the land of the free, or at least we think it's really free. So we live in this country, the United States of America, which you will learn in this course. The good thing is, this land really free, or do we think it's free, or is that just a statement put there to help us believe it's free? So, as you know, this country is full of laws. Each law tells us, the people, what we can and cannot do. Some make very good sense, some make no sense. Some are useful, some are not. Some get enforced, some don't. Even though every law is supposed to be enforced, some don't. We have other people telling us what we should and should not do. So when you really do look at it, who's really free? Is it the people? Is it the government? Is it people who's created the government? Who's really free? You learn that the government makes the laws. The people have to obey the law. But what laws are really made for the people, or are they really made to continue to help the government? How can this be a free world if the people making the laws are normal people just like us? Who's right? Who's wrong? Who really knows? Who really don't? So when you think about free, do you really think about the definition of free? Or do you just think about the land of the free when you look at America? This course really did help learning about freedom. Learning about what really happens when it comes down to freedom. Order. Order in the United States of America. Great topic, great topic, great topic. The United States is full of order. How do we get order? Well, it goes back to the land of the free. Freedom. You get order through making laws. We get order through putting our foot down. The government puts their foot down and tells you what you can and what you will not do. That's order. So once again, it pops back to the question, is we really free or are we really not free? No one really knows, but you really learn about why are laws really made. Why do the government make the laws that they make? How do those laws get put into play? Because they're not just one day the government decides about a law, decides about an idea of a law. They actually have to think about the law, putting it into place. It go through a lot of other steps, and then it's being made. One of my favorite topics. Voting. Voting. Nowadays, you have vote or die. That saying really means you either vote, your vote determines the future for the next 4 years. And what do you really want to happen? But who really votes? Who really determines who wins an election? The people? Just a few years ago, the people voted, and the outcome was not for the people. It was for the government. When you go down to the electoral college, basically, I'm sorry, I said a term. I said I was not going to say a term, but I said a term. I apologize. So, back to what I was saying. A couple of years ago, we had the election between George W. Bush and Al Gore. It came down to one state, Texas. No, I'm sorry, Florida. The people voted for Al Gore. But the government, these officials, all came together and went opposite of the people and voted for George W. Bush. So, is voting really based on the people judgment? Or is voting really based on the government? These are things that you learn while you're in American history. Because voting is very, very, very important. There's a lot of things that take into play when it comes down to voting. It takes into play voting behaviors. Who votes for who? Most people vote for their party. Either if they're a Republican or Democrat, and that's really based on their lifestyle, how they grew up, how their parents' views are. Most people base their views on their parents. So whatever their parents brought them up on is what they going to be brought up on, and what they are going to believe, and that's going to determine their vote. That's real important when it comes down to who's running, who's not running. You can't, the person that is running for an official for a seat in the government has to know all different types of lifestyles, all different types of areas, where the people come from, have to have a good understanding of other people's lives, have to be able to connect to everybody, not just one certain group of people. Because that's what the people want. The people want somebody who are able to connect to everybody, not just one group. So when you think about voting, you think about everything comes into play now. You're hearing the voice of everybody that's in the country. Well, mostly everybody that's in the country, because a lot of people think, do my vote really count? If I take time out my day to go vote, will my vote really count? Or will it just be something that is looked at and just threw away and go opposite? That's a big question till today, and that question needs to be answered. You will get a better understanding of it in this course as this course goes on. People participation. How to get the people out? What do the people like? Why would people take time out their day, time off their jobs to come participate? Well, I'll tell you. Learn about it in class all the time. People participate when they know it will make a statement, when they know something will happen. Something will happen. A lot of people don't want to waste their time. The people of this country hate wasting their time. So they only do things when they know it will impact the nation. Something will change. So once a huge amount of group of people come together and make a stance on one thing, the government will see that. The government will answer. Because if the government don't answer, then they lose their jobs. Political parties. Well, this goes back to how a person is brought up. What party choice will a person choose? A person choose the party choice based on their lifestyle, based on what their family grew them up, based on the area that they're from, how wealthy is this family, if they're broke, rich, poor, whatever. Everything from all the way down to childhood matters when it comes down to political choice. which is great to know because maybe it'll help you with your political choice. Why you chose to be what you want to be when it comes down to our people. Last but not least, Congressman and the president.
Wow, okay.